Howdy gamers, today we're talking about one of my favorite things in the entire world, armor. Specifically armor inspired by Mandalorian. I started working on a suit of Mandalorian inspired armor, I think probably over a year ago. And if you haven't noticed behind me, it's sitting on the bench in my garage right now. And I kind of stalled on it. I kind of lost motivation. I also, life happened, so I didn't really have too much time to throw at it or energy and stuff like that. Kind of took a back burner. And recently I kind of dug it out, dusted it off, started looking at it again around Halloween of this year, and really I've been inspired to start working on it again. And I thought, what a great time to document that process. So the first step of this process was looking at what I had already made, what I liked, what I didn't like, organizing it. I had a pile that was like keep and basically like throw away. I'm not going to throw it away probably, but just kind of like things I wanted to keep about it that I liked that I already made, and things that I just wasn't super happy about how it turned out. I guess I'll walk through that process. So one of the first things that caught my eye that I knew I wanted to keep was the belt. I am super stoked about how the belt turned out. It has this, if you can't see that, it has a super sick metallic finish on it. It's this gold, and it has I'm super happy with how the back of it turned out. It has this super cool like riveted metal plate, and then these pouches and a few spare ammo, kind of like a bandolier sort of thing, and then like a gadget spot right here, and then the buckle that kind of goes like this. And I really like the profile of it, and it fit super well. I could never figure out how to clip it together, but I knew I didn't want to try and remake this. I'm super happy with it, and I didn't think I needed to do it. So and then the other piece that I decided to keep was this little shin guard piece. I'm happy with the finish and how it looks, and I think it has a kind of super nice little it's a nice little accent piece. I'm kind of to the point with it though that it might get thrown out. Who knows? And then the other things I decided to keep were these buckles. And that's it. That is all I found that I wanted. But I'm still happy with how the helmet, like the original design of the helmet. Here's how I started. Here's what I started with. It has a cool profile. Like I really like the profile of it. My problem with it was it wasn't wide enough in the faceplate, and so my nose gets kind of pushed up against it. Like the edges on the side here balloon out more than I want them to. And I was a little sloppy, and I didn't cut my lines because I got really impatient. I didn't cut my lines as clean as I needed to, and I should have sanded more. There's a lot of like little things on this that I am not super happy with. I love the finish that I gave it on the paint and everything. It felt really iconic and kind of that classic Mandalorian look. And I like the profile of the face guard. I knew I could do a better job, and if I could just be more patient and stick through the process, that it would turn out a lot better. So that's why I decided to kind of scrap this helmet. Put it back here. And then I decided to scrap the chest plate. I just don't like the finish. It's too simple, and it's, again, I got sloppy. The edges are super rough. I do like the asymmetry though. I'm a big fan of asymmetry, and so I think I'm probably gonna keep this style. I think I may add something on the other side, more like maybe a traditional Mandalorian style shoulder piece or pauldron. But I am a big fan of the way that this shoulder piece looks. So I'll probably try and make a little more refined version of that. Oh, shoot. I forgot. I'm also keeping this thigh piece. I really like how it looks. The finish is good. I mean, it's a simple piece. It's kind of freaking hard to mess up, but I still like it. And it has a, again, really nice finish. And then there's like a nice little bevel around the edge here, which I'm pretty proud of. And it fits my leg perfectly. So, you know, I like this a lot. This little knee piece, I decided to, I mean, it doesn't look too bad in camera, I guess. Dang. Up close, it looks worse, I think, to me, but I don't know, I might keep it. Dang, I actually might keep this now that I'm looking at it, but we'll keep it, sure. I made this like little Under Armour, that's a brand, not a sponsor. This is this little padded piece to go under the armor. I liked it, but it doesn't fit. It fits too snugly. And also, I made the collar. I sewed the collar I made it too thin. So it doesn't have enough margin to fold over and to feel natural like I wanted it to. Because I kind of wanted to fold over and hang down over the armor and the shoulder pieces and stuff. Kind of like this nice loose collar. And I also want to add short sleeves to it to cut off like here. I think that'll look a lot better. So that's basically all the progress I had made on the armor previously. And then, you know, those are the pieces that I have decided to keep with the current thing. And so I'm kind of building up from those pieces, and then I'm kind of restructuring and redesigning it. So we'll go upstairs in a little bit and I'll start sketching out and show you kind of my thinking about how I design the actual armor, and then kind of that my process behind that, and then how I end up then in sequential episodes, how I turn those initial sketches into an actual physical like suit of armor. So what else down here? I found this super cool pair of boots at a thrift store that I'm going to maybe cut some of the straps off of, and I'm going to turn these into the boots for the character. And then I have this navy blue jumpsuit that's going to be my undersuit that I'm going to use for my flight suit. And then a part of that, I'll have to taper the seam on the legs and the arms because they're not super fitted. So I'm going to do that process. You'll probably see that later on in this series. And yeah, that's basically this phase of the process. So let's head on upstairs and get sketching. All right, we're upstairs. Pardon me while I light a candle, set a little ambiance. Hopefully this camera angle's not too disorienting. We're at about 400% on our speed, so we're going a little bit faster than in real time. But I'm just going to walk you through my thinking when it comes to designing a character. I like to think about, first and foremost, always thinking about story. What story am I telling with this design? Specifically, what is this character's story? And how does what they wear kind of coordinate with that? And how does it help enhance that? Right now, I'm just kind of drawing kind of generic Mandalorian helmets, kind of that classic look. I really like the classic look. If I ever am in question about an era or a style when it comes to Star Wars armor, I always reference the classics, the old school trilogy and such. So this was me kind of messing around. Obviously, as you can maybe see there on my phone screen, I'm kind of looking at the old Boba Fett helmet. I think it's hard to beat Boba Fett's helmet. And I think that I'm not alone in that thought. But so yeah, on the left there, it's kind of the old school. That's kind of my old design. And there's Boba Fett's design. And then now I'm kind of getting a little weird with it. Just trying to see, what can I do? How can I mix it up? How can I make it look weird and different and things like that? So I'm adding a respirator now. I like respirators. I think it adds an interesting dimension to a design. You look at Darth Vader's helmet, you look at that sort of stuff. I think also to it adds an interesting kind of question to the character. It's like, why do they need a respirator and things like that? Do they have trouble breathing? Have they been injured in the past? Or are they in like harsh environments? That sort of thing. So I guess I kind of got bored drawing just the helmets, which can be good, but it's also important to kind of draw it in context to the full design and the full armor. So this is my first attempt. I'm a big fan of cloaks. I think cloaks add a awesome texture to the screen, but I also think that they are kind of unfortunate because, you have all this really cool armor and then it's covered up by a cloak. So there is, you always see them take off the cloak so you can reveal the armor. So I think cloaks are a cool, tension building thing that, once you take it off, it kind of adds. It's this cool character reveal moment. So that's, again, story instructing design. Also, too, with cloaks, you got to think about they're probably either like maybe that's a rain poncho or they're in a desert environment. Or I think I made the legs too short. I could tell just from watching. Yeah, I made the legs too short, so I'm making them longer. I also suck at drawing legs. So if anybody has any advice or can help, please send help. I need help. Also, I could just watch a bunch of YouTube videos, but yeah. So here we go. We're drawing the legs, leg armor, trying to implement the pieces I've already made there. So you can see on the left leg of him, I added the knee plate that I already have. And then I get really close to my head there. I draw him with this medium to long range rifle. I think I really resonate with medium to long range weapons primarily because I like the ranger kind of vibe. I kind of play that out when I'm in like video games and stuff. I really like opening with a medium to long range kind of encounter and then, finishing off the close quarters thing. Or like say in Cyberpunk, I play like a sniper and then shoddy build or whatever. I just like that kind of combo. Okay, so now I'm going more like the gunslinger look, I think, with this guy. Still keeping that cloak, prominent cloak. This honestly design is really reminiscent of the actual Mandalorian armor, I guess, from the show. Which kind of makes sense. I mean, they're all pretty similar. And how you finish it is really the testament to what makes it separate and what makes it different. And again, these are just honestly preliminary early sketches of this redesign process. So there will be many, many, many sketches I will be willing to bet because honestly, I'll sit and draw for months on something if I have the time just to get it all right. But yeah, see, you can see the shoulder there is the same armor as I had downstairs. And then, just keeping those pieces. I think I'm probably going to go with a more classic Mandalorian helmet design on this next build. Just to make it a little bit easier, a little more frictionless. And then... yeah, just trying to, touch it up, make those designs, add more details. I was more confident in the details of this one, so I think I added more, but still sucking at those legs, man. Oh my gosh. I cannot draw a leg to save my life. If somebody held a gun to my head, I tried to add a hood there and I erased it. That's funny. Also, you'll see me looking at my phone a lot. I'm pulling up references, just kind of looking at other designs and stuff like that. That's really important. Always use references when you're designing your own things. Right now, my reference right now is a tank trooper armor. I had an idea as I was sketching. I'm like, what if I mashed up a tank trooper and a Mandalorian helmet design? So that's kind of what you're seeing there. That's the product of that. And then I was trying to mess with like this straight across poncho design, which I think would have worked if I committed to it enough, but I just couldn't get it to work right now. Just need to draw more. That's what I need to do. Going back to the other drawing. It's my ADHD right there, just jumping across a bunch of like 50 different things back and forth. I think I was trying to draw him kneeling, like squatting. And then I just gave up because I'm like, oh, nope, can't do that. Not yet. And so for this one, instead of doing a like sniper rifle or like long rifle design, I was kind of doing more of a suppressive, heavy LMG with a big drum mag on the side of it, just to kind of mix it up a little bit, explore that loadout, if you will. Again, making the legs far too short. If I do any more videos of me drawing, that's going to be a consistent theme of just not being able to draw legs. But I just need to work at it. Just got to work at it. Just got to practice. And just not do the same thing I've been doing for years. So yeah, I'm adding a little bit more of like a skirt around the lower portion. I do like that. My only concern and my only like apprehension to that is just you can't see the armor. The more cloth you add over it, you kind of lose the armor. But touching up that helmet, I do like the way that looks. I like that big forehead visor or whatever. And now I'm kind of drawing that helmet, trying to figure out what that looks like better at to a bigger scale. I don't do a very good job, again, because I think I get impatient. Just kind of rush through it, make it way too wide on the little nose area there. But I could definitely get it if I had put more time into it and tried. But oh man, struggle busting right there. Yep. Yep, go. Yep, erase it. Good job. Good job, me. Try and do like a 3/4 angle of it. I get into this rut, I think, of where I draw the helmets straight on too much. I need to really, and you'll see it maybe later after I actually draw up some of the forms and things like that. I will draw it from like every angle because I think it's important to get every angle drawn, especially on your final design, because you want to see how all those lines and angles feed into one another, and you just get a better feel for what the actual helmet's going to look like, and any piece of armor, honestly, what the final thing is going to look like. So yeah, after I've done pencil work, I'll come in and I'll add some ink. Sometimes I'll just go straight to ink if I'm feeling confident, feeling a little sassy, a little saucy. I was not feeling confident today, and honestly, I needed to do more pencil work just because you can be looser with it and don't have to commit so much, and then you can really come in and be really precise with the ink. So I bought a new set of pens or markers, and I am in love with them. I might leave a link in the pinned comment below. Brand new sketchbook too. So I did that just for y'all. You're welcome. We might do an episode where I just go through my sketchbook, like over the past months or whatever, and That would probably be pretty fun. Leave a comment below if you'd like to see a little sketchbook video where I just go through my sketchbook and show you everything I've drawn. Oh, yep. Okay, yep. There's the respirator. I really like the respirator look. That idea was inspired by the actual, some of the original concept art for Boba Fett. I just finished the documentary about his design process and stuff, and how his character came into being. And I really like the original, like some of the concept art for it. And honestly, if you are designing an original armor piece and you want to do something more unique, look up unused concept art for other characters, or popular characters like Kylo Ren or Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, all the like just some of the unused art, or even like stormtroopers and stuff. Just a really cool way to get some niche, unique ideas without like directly ripping off or doing a iteration of just another already well-known character. So just a thought. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I give up on the inking of this guy, because I realize that I don't actually like this design. Just trying to, scooch that up. Just trying to find those lines, and once you start finding those lines, I was like, I don't actually like this. But that second one for me is the money one. It's the money drawing. Comment below if you've seen the documentary about Boba Fett. What your thoughts are on it. Who your favorite bounty hunter is in the Star Wars universe. I mean, I guess there's not a ton, but what your favorite Boba Fett line is out of all, like, was it like 4 lines in the original trilogy? Yeah, definitely a huge, much bigger fan of this second drawing. Got a little sloppy with that off chest piece, but it's okay. You can see the short sleeves over the long sleeves. That's a common reoccurring like motif on if you look closely on the Mandalorian armor. I'm pretty sure most, if not all, of the Mandalorian flight suits have that sort of short sleeve over that long sleeve. So a little detail there to keep, of course, you probably have noticed it because you're probably a bigger fan than I am, or most of you are. Yep. And now I'll just go in and, since I do like this a lot more, I'll go in and even add even thicker, more pronounced lines. And I'm still learning. I'm still learning how to ink stuff. I mean, I'm a very little baby when it comes to inking my artwork, but big fan of it, and just, I'm going to keep putting work into it to make it look better. At the end of the day, as long as you're having fun, that's the biggest thing. That's the most important thing. Just have fun with it. Don't get too serious about it. Darkening that visor sets it off, really. I mean, that's the money thing. Looks really a lot more complete with that visor darkened. He's drawing his weapon, or he's about to draw his weapon like he's about to finish off a bounty or something. I don't know. I like it. He's a pretty burly looking dude. Stocky Mandalorian. All right, I think that about does it. I'm going to add a few final touches to these helmets, but while I do that, I just want to say thank you so much for spending time with me. Thanks for watching me make some scribbles on paper. Thanks for being a part of this creative journey.
I can't wait to, spend the rest of this build with you guys, sharing it with you. I'm pretty excited for it. Can't wait to see the final product. I'm planning on doing a little short with it if all goes well at the end of it. And then hopefully we'll continue to do more builds like this. If you do like this, share with a friend, leave a comment below. And then also just know that, creativity is a process and it takes a lot of patience. But if you're willing to take the time and just be really careful and thoughtful about it, you'll end up with much better product and something that you'll, want to share with other people. So yeah, again, thanks and so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.